What's up, YouTube? I was looking into buying a worm tower, and I figured they want too much money for these things, so get to thinking I got a bunch of pots and stuff laying around. I try to rig one up myself. So what I done was I took a piece of screen and I covered the bottom and brought it up about this far and then jammed another pot in there. This way, because these pots got holes in the bottom, this way the worms can't escape, and also any liquid, because you got to keep this moist, will drain out through the bottom. And I got one of these, a bowl that I had laying around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some scraps, some newspaper and stuff from in the house, kitchen scraps. I'll put that in there. I don't know, I was watching some videos on guys doing this, so I'm just following what they were doing. And I went in my compost pile. My compost pile is loaded with worms. And I know they were saying you should be using red wigglers and all this stuff, but I'm going to keep this outside, so I don't know if those red wigglers will make it through the winters up here. So it seems like the worms in the compost pile are doing the same thing. They're breaking the stuff down. I mean, and you can see the soil is excellent in the compost pile, so I'm just going to use these worms. Let's see how it works out. It's an experiment. So I got a little compost and I found a bunch of worms. I don't know, probably at least a pound of worms. So we're going to put these guys in here. I mean, you could probably leave this like this for a while because it's going to take them a long time to break this stuff down. But anyway, I got another pot. And this pot's a little bit smaller. It'll fit all the way down in there. And I drilled a series of holes in the bottom. And when the time comes, you know, these worms, to separate the worms from the compost that they make, the worm castings, these guys had different layers on these towers. And what they would do is, when this is almost done, when the worms had, you know, broke all this down and ate it all, they put another layer on top, and then they would put the scraps in here, and the worms would crawl up through the bottom and get into the next layer. And then you can take this layer off and dump your castings, your worm castings, you know, whatever you're going to do with them. So I just took another pot, drilled holes in the bottom. When the time comes, I'll put this on top. I'll fill this up with scraps, give them some time to go up into there. Then I can move it out and take this out and use the castings for whatever I'm going to do. I also made a third one, but I don't really think I'm going to need a third one because once they're done with this, I'll just make a few of these. And I got tons of pots laying around. I can make a lot of these. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try it out. And then I got this bowl here, because you got to keep this moist once a week. You put a little water in there, and that water is going to filter down through the castings and the compost in there, and you're going to have some liquid in here. You can water your plants with it. So I want to catch that in the bowl. Well, we'll see how it works. This is my homemade worm tower. Alrighty, take it easy.